All right. So at any rate, yeah, Rob Thomas, cool guy. Matt Soletic, super cool guy. As a matter of fact, Matt's brother-in-law, Ramona's brother, was doing a movie at the same time that I was doing My Beyond Impossible about the same subject. He's done a couple of documentaries. His name is Rock. Rock has done a couple of documentaries. He did one on coffee that did really well.
Oh, cool.
And he said, would you sit for an interview for my movie? And I said, absolutely. Why not? And so when I was there shooting my movie, I just brought an extra button-down shirt because that's all I do. It's like, you want me to be in your documentary? How many documentaries do I have to be in? That's how many button-down shirts I bring. So I went over we did it at Matt's house. We did my interview at Matt's. And
I was gonna say, it's probably a good location for that.
Yeah. So whenever his movie comes out, I'm going to have him on my show to promote his movie.
That's super cool. And is the coffee one?
No, this is about, fake meats, just like mine. As a matter of fact, is
he trying to copy you?
Yeah. What are you doing, Rock? Come on, bro.
You got there first. Okay.
Yeah. But no, Rock and I were talking, when he called me and asked me to be in it, I said, Rock, listen, I don't want you to think I'm copying you, but I'm already down the road on one of those. I'm going to be putting mine out soon. And he was like, no problem.
Awesome.
We all look, whenever other people have come to me, Chris Bell, he's out there. Chris Bell did, those Bigger, Stronger, Faster.
Oh yeah.
And all of those, these guys are like, what are you putting? It's like, look, the more, the merrier.
Listen, as a consumer of those documentaries, and of course your documentaries,
right?
I want more content like that. I'm looking for it. I'm jonesing for it. So for me, it's a no-brainer because unless a series is like really good, I would much rather watch a documentary.
That woman, she's been on my show a few times. She did the one on cows and the whole thing. And do you remember the name of it? She's written books and she's got a whole thing. She and Rob Wolf, they do a lot of things together.
Oh gosh, yes.
The name. And Rob Wolf, for whatever reason,
is it Donna or
Dana?
Dana?
I see her stuff. Diane. What?
Feinstein.
Yeah. Okay.
Princess Diana.
Yeah. You've been in LA for too long. Diane something, but she puts out these movies. We got to find the movies now because we need to give her a little love since we.
Yeah, we do. Here, I'll Google her.
Look it up. She does stuff with Rob Wolf. And
by the way, I wouldn't be able to pick out Diane Feinstein in a lineup. Okay.
And this woman, actually, you would be able to pick this woman out because she is quite cute.
Diane Sanfilippo.
No, it's not her. Everyone's yelling right now. Her name. You could probably put it on Twitter and they'll tell us who she is.
Diana Rogers.
That's her. That's it. Diana Rogers.
She was on Joe Rogan recently.
Yeah. Someone told me that and they said, why did Joe Rogan have you? I don't know. Folks, the answer.
Right to Joe Rogan then, guys.
I did.
No, not you. Don't write to Vinnie. Vinnie knows to be on Joe Rogan.
Right.
Write to Joe Rogan and tell their producers to have him on.
But, I can tell you
love your movies.
Mike August wrote to his producers and said, hey, one of our people over at Corolla would like to come on and push his movies. And this female producer, there's always a different producer. She goes, we got it and we will consider it and we'll get back to you. And I wrote to her and said, hey, happy to fly out, whatever you guys want, whenever. And she was no response. That was it.
Okay. Well, audience, put some pressure on. Cause I really think that you would be a great match for that show. And I'm not saying like anything. All I'm saying is you did your part.
Right. I've done what I can do.
You'll make yourself available. Obviously. I think that would be a great conversation. But I would like to hear that conversation.
When someone like Mike August, who produces one of the other biggest podcasts in the world, calls someone else and goes, hey, this is one of our guys. All right, Anna, you see that shadow going in and out behind me? Notice this, like in the rafters.
Yes.
All right, what is that?
It's the camera adjusting for light.
No, that's my ghost. I'm telling you there's a ghost.
I was trying to steer you away from ghost talk.
Look,
but it is 1,000% a ghost. Look who you're talking to.
Look, folks, go watch the video. And I mean, the other day I was on my spinner and the rowing
You're
machine.
in Virginia now. There are ghosts.
Well, and when I was in New Orleans, there were ghosts.
Oh yeah,
All right,
tons
so
of ghosts there. Yeah.
listen, I was on my spinner and I'd gotten off of my rowing machine, and all of a sudden, like I was up there for about a half an hour. My seat on the rowing machine went goom goom. It just moved back and moved forward. And of course, what I think is, oh, there's that little plastic lip. So the wheels were on that little plastic lip, and it just, enough vibration caused it to release. So the seat went back a little bit. And so when I got off of the bike, I tried for 5 minutes to try to get my seat caught on that lip to see if you can't catch it on that lip.
A ghost can. There it went again. There it went again.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I was recording with someone else one day and they saw me in the camera do this. I went, and then I looked back again and they were like, what are you doing? I went, someone was right here. Like someone was right here. And it like they saw me jerk. And by the way, folks,
Better than them seeing you jerking off.
I don't believe in Santeria. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in killing chickens and all this stuff. I don't believe in any.
Why do you have to go automatically to Santeria? You're automatically going to voodoo. What?
I would say, I don't believe in a dirty Sanchez or a Blumpkin or any of that ghost stuff.
But you do believe in the stranger.
Oh yeah, the stranger is always good. Yeah.
I can see you sitting on your hand right now, getting ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's 1,000% a ghost that lives in your house. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Yeah, it's like Casper, the friendly ghost. We have a good time. We watch movies together.
I have a great psychic who can talk to your ghost, see what's going on.
And I don't believe in any of that.
I know.
There's stuff that moves around in this room without anyone else moving it.
What you want?
Here we go again.
What you talking about, Willis?
Where's that coming from? Where is that? None of the lights are going dim, and it happened again. I thought it was just having a seizure a minute ago. No lights in here going dim. Nothing.
I honestly think it's the.
Well, there it goes again.
Okay, be really still. Put your hand down. Just look at me.
All right.
Be really still.
Not move. There it goes. What is that?
Okay, don't move.
Come on, ghost. Let it go. Let the light come back.
But my question is it just doing it on your computer screen or is it doing it?
It's happening in the room. I feel it get darker and then lighter, but none of the light.
You just moved your hand and it did it. I think it's the computer lighting. Because look, it does it on. I honestly think at this point, I 1,000% think you have a ghost in your house, or at least a thought form.
So, all right, so Anna, I'm moving around right now. Why is it not changing?
It did. It's when you put your hand up to your right of your face.
All right, so
it goes dark. Now put your hand to the right of your face. Now it's just messing with us.
Yeah.
Put your hand right here.
It's a ghost with a sense of humor. Folks, we're not making this up, by the way.
Oh.
You see, my hand hasn't moved. And Anna, none of the lights are going bright or dim in this room. None of them. What the hell is that? What is it?
It's people who are right now messaging me to try to ask you questions about how much protein they should eat.
All right, but first I got to tell you about my protein problems.
Okay. Protein problems?
Oh, boy, I got a problem, Anna.
You got 99 problems and protein problems is one of them?
Number one.
Oh boy.
Number one, Anna.
Strap in, folks.
So remember you remember Salmon Gate when I went to eat a piece of salmon?
When you had 2 fingers of salmon and that was your whole portion?
And I said, you know what? I'm not going to say the name of the restaurant. These people are trying hard. They brought me another piece of salmon. I'm not going to put their name out there. And I even said I would go back. Now, I wasn't rushing to go back there.
What happened?
I wasn't rushing.
Mm-hmm.
But Tallulah's dad is in town. Let's call him Scott because, well.
I was going to say, Scott probably wants to go to this place.
Scott says to me on Sunday, because Scott has, he's got a schedule. Tallulah, he's going to go do this. He's going to go do that. And we're all going to go. We all went to dinner on Saturday night. Me, Serena, Tallulah, Scott. It was Tallulah's birthday. All this kind of stuff, right?
I saw Serena's post. I can't believe how just grown up and beautiful Tallulah is. It's insane.
Oh, I didn't see. Am I in the post?
No.
Bitch.
This is about Tallulah.
Okay, I thought maybe it was a family photo. I don't remember taking one.
There might have been, but I didn't look at you. I was looking at Tallulah.
Okay, but she is a beautiful woman. She's
Yes.
really turned out to be this really inside and out, and I shouldn't be saying that. I had a hand in rearing her, but not much of a hand. By not having much of a hand, that was my hand in raising her.
That was
No, she's really turned out to be this gorgeous person inside and out. And I'm really proud of her. At any rate, her dad's in town. Not so proud of him. No, I'm kidding. So
Do you and Scott like duke it out to who pays the check?
No, Scott does a thing where he goes,
you just let him pay it.
I'm going out. We're going out tonight and it's on me. Like he lets you know ahead of time. Do not try to pull your, so it's like, you don't mess.
I like that. I like that sort of clarity with it all.
Yeah.
So there's not the whole dance at the end.
We don't have like alligator hands, arms trying to reach. Oh, look, where's my wallet? So there we were. We ate out Saturday night, but Scott says to me on Sunday, he goes, hey, Monday night, Serena and Tallulah, they do choir together. And I went, yeah, that's right. And this is bugging the crap out of me. Let me see. Tell me when to go.
Don't worry about it. Just look in my eyes.
I can't. As I quit. I'm selling this house. There's snakes, there's ghosts. I'm done. All right. So Scott says Monday night, I'm going out. My buddy Jim, I don't want to say Jim's last name. Scott has more friends here than me. I have Joey Schott now, and I have Dave the kayak. I have two kayak idiots. All they do is talk about kayaks, which is good. But I got two guys. One lives, yeah, it is. One lives 90 minutes away. The other one lives, 15 minutes away. And that's all. I've gotten two friends, and they're not even close friends. I never see them. Right. Which is perfect for me. Scott has friends here. Guy pops into town. He does. So he goes, hey, Jim, you know Jim. And I know Jim. I've met this great guy. I like Jim. He goes, me, you, and Jim going out Monday night. And I went, all right, there you go. So I jotted down in my book, dinner with Scott and Jim. Monday night comes and, I said, hey, Scott, where's this restaurant? I need to time, and he goes, oh, it's not far from here. It's called Burton's. I went, oh, okay, yeah, I like Burton's when they serve food, right? When they actually. So we go there, meet Jim, we sit down, and they are ordering up. This was last night, by the way. We're putting this out on Friday, folks. This is Tuesday. They order up everything. Now, there's something that used to be on the menu there that they took off the menu, but it's kind of like their secret menu now. They used to do what they called a knife and fork burger. And I'm talking, Anna, they gave you a thick, big, meaty burger. Like. And they put some mushrooms on it. And on top of that, a big clump of guacamole.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Then
you're going to get full. Yeah.
So I went in there and I said, I worked out really hard yesterday. I cranked it on the rower. I did a little jog early. And, oh, no, yesterday was leg day. I did hard leg day and I did the rower. I needed protein. I needed food. They're ordering their carbohydrates with their meat and the whole thing. The guy comes to me. I've had this waiter before. He's a good waiter. He really is. And I said, all I want, the knife and fork burger. That's not on the menu. He goes, absolutely. I said, don't even bring fries. Let's not have a fries discussion. He goes, oh, I remember. I said, but I'm really hungry. I need 2 knife and fork burgers with all the fixings on both. I said, but please, I'm making a deal out of this. I said, please don't embarrass me by bringing 2 plates, put both burgers on 1 plate. He goes, gotcha, sir. We're good. 2 knife and fork burgers with all the fixings on each, 1 plate. The food comes out. 1 knife and fork burger. Mm-hmm. 1. Now, when I do leg day, I don't mess around, Anna. I do leg day. I do the squats. I do the leg press. I do deadlift. Everything I tell everyone else to do. I don't do something different than what I tell everyone else. And I did, man, I went for it. I did 5 sets of leg press, 5 sets of squats, 5 sets of deadlift. And I actually did,
sets.
Yeah, I did some sets, Anna. I was into it yesterday. And I did some hip thrust where you put the bar across your hips. You put it, I'm not going to say how much I put, but you put some weight on there, the Olympic bar, and you do your hip thrust and the whole thing. And then I came home.
Are you talking about like a bridge? Like you're on the floor doing that?
Yeah. Your back is on the bench.
Yeah.
Okay. Make a bridge and it's across your hips. And, if you go to Instagram, you'll see every hot chick doing it. Then I came home and did some worked out, I worked for a few hours and I got on my rowing machine for an hour. I did some work yesterday. I needed some protein. I needed something to build my body back up. Burton's brings out 1 burger. Now, I thought maybe, they're going to bring another plate out, but the guy walked away. It was what do you call those guys? The server, not the waiter, but
Not the food runner.
Yeah, the runner. So he goes away and I'm halfway through my burger and a guy comes, hey, is everything great here? And I went, yeah, everything is great, except I had 2 burgers and is the second one coming? He goes, oh, they must have screwed up in the kitchen. We'll get right on that. I said, no, stop. No, don't do it. Because
then you're there waiting an extra 20 minutes.
And they're done eating. I don't like to mess up anyone else's, it's like, it's going to mess up the flow of dinner. Don't. And he goes, okay, we'll take it off the bill. But how many more times do I go? I mean, they have good food at this place.
You're probably going to continue to go there.
Yeah, it's not far, the whole thing. But my question is, how many times can you guys really fuck up? And how many times do I have to go, okay, I'm going to come back? Which is odd because, I feel bad right now because things have been weird at my companies because of supply chain breaks and everything else. And I feel like we're fucking up.
Right.
And people are giving us second and third chances. Right.
Sure.
And we're getting product out there as fast as we're getting it, we're shipping it out. And some people are getting upset and I get it, but we're moving we're not lazy about this. We're moving as fast as we can. And by the way, a lot of times with the fuck ups, it's not even us. It's the customer. Like we've had this several times.
That can happen.
They'll write to me and go, your company is overcharging me. And then we'll look and they have 2 or 3 accounts and they'll cancel one order on one account, but don't cancel them on the other 2 or 3 accounts. And I don't know why I guess we had a promo or something. So they set up a second account with the promo and the wife was taking that one or whatever. I don't know why people have several accounts because they'll write to me and then I'll write to Andy and, then we have to go through all that. We're moving as fast as we can. So I get it.
Right.
I really get it when, and you have a company too. And we're all dealing with these supply chain things, whether it's bottles or labels or whatever, it is what it is. And the vitamin company, you can't just slap any label in there. Every time it's going to be tested and blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. If you want to be one of these top end vitamin companies. So I get it. I get fucking up. And we're taking, we don't say, hey, look, we talk about it. I tell people what the real reason is, supply chain, but I take it to heart. Andy takes it to heart because we have not done business like that for 8 years. We've not, but we're under the same, pressure everyone else is under. I get it.
Right.
So for that reason, I really want to give places like this a break because the food is there, people are nice there and everything else. So for that reason, I'll go back again. But how odd is it one time to give me a piece of fish that's not the size of my thumb. And then the next time I go in, I'll order 2 big giant burgers and boom, there you have it.
God, and you even wanted to get out ahead of it too. You're like, I'm just going to get 2. And then I know I'll have enough food.
Right. I was talking about it to the guy and it wasn't, the kitchen didn't hear it or something. We're on day 60 in the year.
Yeah.
And my total aerobic
rabbit.
Just to remind people of the New Year's resolution, I need to get at least 365 hours of aerobics this week, this year. That's at least an hour a day. And after day 60, I'm at 76 hours and 35 minutes. So I'm over 16 hours
You're
ahead.
ahead.
Right. As you
bought
know,
yourself some time.
as you know, I was behind in January. I barely got to leveling up in January because there was 9 days when I did nothing.
You were sick with the non-COVID crud.
Yeah, I had the crud really hard. Had fever a couple of days and the whole thing. So, and then it was travel back from Europe and on and on and on. And we didn't have heat and we didn't have electricity when we got back for like 3 days. I had everything in the world that could stop me from working out happen to me in like a 15-day period. And I lost 9 days. But
you're still ahead.
You know, they say it's okay to get knocked down. It's just a shame if you stay down.
Right.
It's okay to get knocked down, a shame if you stay down. And I looked at it. I had like 10 days left in a month, 11 days. And I said, you know what? I'm 9 days behind. By the end of the month, I want to be even. And I started working out double time, 2.5 hours, you know, some days. And I got it, got back to being on par. Now I'm 16 hours ahead. And you might be sitting there going, oh, okay, Vinnie, you're bragging. No, you guys wanted to know this stuff. Everyone always wants to know what I'm doing. Here it is. I'm telling you what I'm doing. Now I'm going to be traveling to LA. I'm going to probably lose a day or two. When
you and I have got to figure out our schedules.
Right. I'm going to be at a convention. Anna's going to be there. I might lose time, you know, at the convention where I'm on the floor all day, you know, working and doing what I have to do.
I hope I can be there. By the way, this is a convention that people can go to. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
It's like it's buyers, but it's also end users.
So
Expo
people,
West.
all right. Yeah. So folks,
people buy tickets and go and taste all the samples.
Well, you could do that, folks. If you guys want to come by and meet us. I'm
80%. That's why I'm going to tell Andy, whatever he does, I'm 80% sure. And whatever he winds up doing, I'll pay him back.
Anna, you don't have to pay us. Just come by. We want you there.
He's making some sort of signage, which I don't think he needs to make.
And he wanted to do that for me. Like, come by and Vinnie will sign a book. And
didn't you tell him not to do it? I feel like we don't need like.
I told him not to do it, but he goes, well, you know, we want to get some attention over at the booth. And I was like, I'm not really into it.
For people to be like, who's that?
Yeah.
That's how I feel anyway. I'm like, don't make a sign.
That's what's going to happen. I told that to Andy. I said, look, my book is 10 years old now. People are going to wait, what? Are you doing what? And
also it's another thing to lug into the place.
Yeah, I got to bring books in and everything else. By the way, Anna, we're going to be at another convention. We're going to be at KetoCon.
Yes, we are. It is confirmed.
What is my promo code? Do you know?
Vinnie.
So folks, if you want to
save $30, I think, or 10. No, you save 10%.
If you sign up for all 3 days and you put in promo code Vinnie, VINNIE, I don't know if it's case sensitive or not, 10% off at checkout. So go to KetoCon and do that. Look forward to seeing you guys there. I'm glad to be out doing that. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Last time out there, it was a raving success for us.
I can't wait to go because I've never been to Austin. And I feel like we should go ahead and say anybody who brings us Franklin's front of the line.
Yeah.
Move to the front of the line.
And the last time I was there,
I'll give a book to anybody who brings Franklin's for me.
Wow.
How about that?
I'll just
give a book.
It's a lot.
I'll give you one. All you have to do is bring Franklin's and don't spit in it.
I wonder if we could get Peter Pardini to show up, the guy who did the first movie with me.
Oh my God. Get him in there.
He lives not far from there.
Yeah. Everybody's moved to, literally, I know so many people who've moved to Austin.
Yeah. Half of Hollywood is now in Austin.
It better be cool, you guys.
Yeah. Look, Austin is
better be friggin' amazing.
So hopefully Pardini will pop by and see what he's up to. But if you guys want to save 10%,
KetoCon.org.
I don't know what it is.
Let me go to the site because I want to make sure we're giving out the correct website.
Yeah. And by the way, folks,
KetoCon.org. Keto Convention, KetoCon.org.
This is a free advertisement for them. I'm going to keep pushing it because
we're not getting paid to do this. We just want you guys to be there so we can have fun.
promo
Because
code.
honestly, if y'all don't show up, there's no reason for us to show up. I'll tell you that much, Vinny.
Right.
If y'all don't show up to KetoCon, we're not going to do these things anymore. So y'all come and hang out with us.
You know, I haven't done, the last time I did KetoCon was before my first movie
2019.
came out. You know, think about that. Before
Mhm.
that a documentary came out, we showed 20 minutes of it at KetoCon. That was a big deal.
Yeah.
And it was a fire hazard. It was standing room only.
It's going to be great. I'm going to be cooking. You're going to be giving speeches. You have a breakout thing.
Yeah. You ask me anything. You can ask me what size Anna's boobies are. I mean, you can ask me anything, right? Anna?
I just really hope nobody does that.
Yeah. They won't. Everyone's always respect. Anna, you could come out to my breakout session and hang out.
Well, I thought I was going to hold the mic and ask questions. I mean,
I didn't. Yeah. And look, Anna's going to be at my breakout session. So you guys can ask Anna anything.
There you go.
Right. Look, we're going to both be there. It'll be an Ask Vinnie, but it's kind of like, you know, the secret menu over at In-N-Out Burger. The secret menu is you can ask Anna anything. Anything. Hey, Anna, how do you make
So tempting for people.
How do you make a sausage pizza? And you can just rattle it
I'll
off.
fucking tell you.
She will right there. She'll say, pull out a pen. I will write it. I will
take notes,
on
son.
your chest, and I'll write it backwards, and you can look in a mirror, and you'll know how to get it back.
I will sign appropriate body parts.
I will sign inappropriate body parts.
And together we're a team.
Yeah. Anything you got, you want me to sign your boobies? I'm there. Vaginas, I will sign a vagina, Anna. I will just go down there, here, right here. You want me to sign it? Boom. Done. Not on the labia, though. That's wrong. Anna, on the Monday show coming up in 2 days,
yeah,
everyone needs to pay attention.
Okay.
Because I'm going to be mukbang. Thank you. I'm going to be mukbanging.
Monday mukbang.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing some of your sauce. It came in. Anna graciously sent me six. As a matter of fact, tonight
they're twins. Each flavor comes in twin packs.
You know what I'm thinking of doing tonight?
What?
My protein crime.
Great.
With
crema?
The crema. Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah.
By the way, you want to know what I just made?
I'm dying.
I made meatballs on my Instagram Live, and I did 2 jars of marinara with the meatballs because it was 2 pounds of meat. And the meatballs have 4 kinds of meat in there.
What's the 4 meats?
A pound of ground pork, a pound of ground beef, salami slices minced, and pork rinds.
Nice.
No eggs, no fillers, no binders. Someone was on the Instagram. By the way, they had the word keto in their username, and they kept going, what, do you use breadcrumbs? Do you use rice? What do you use? And I was like, this is what I use. You could put eggs in if you wanted, but I didn't need to put any eggs.
Yeah.
I switch it, and then you put the sauce, and then boom. And I can't wait to eat it. When we're done recording, I'm going to eat it really quick. And let's go out.
I know. I was like, I'm starving here, and I had a long day today. With your, when I was, I did a long walk this morning, and then I did a bunch of work. See what people need.
And then you're busy being haunted by ghosts.
Yeah, I work early in the morning. Like I work for several hours, and then I go for a walk, and then I went for a walk. And I came back and I worked for a couple of more hours, and I got on my rowing machine, and I'm ready. I'm ready to eat.
Ready.
Yeah, I just want to move.
I'm ready too. Well, can I ask you an appropriate question?
Sure. Why not?
An apropos question, I should say. So, you know how 2 Mondays or 3 Mondays ago, you did the thing about you say like you don't really count the protein grams.
That's right.
For meals, and we say quite often on this show that we don't count calories or macros or micros or weighing the food unlike a restaurant, we don't weigh a 3-ounce portion before we serve ourselves. NSNG is a little more eat till you're full and then stop eating, and then when you're hungry again you eat.
Yeah, I'm trying to teach people how to eat like we used to before we had apps.
Right. Before we have the
diet mentality,
which might not be triggering for some, but is definitely triggering for some.
Look, I mean, people, I was talking to a dude today. I'll tell you the dude's name. Hang on. Oh, let's call him Richard. Yeah, that was his name. And Rich is a super smart guy and the whole thing. He had a great conversation. He was one of my phone callers. And, you know, he was talking about, yeah, I eat this many calories. I eat this. I put everything in an app and I do all this stuff. And even though he's going to go strict NSNG. And by the way, he's read Good Calorie, Bad Calorie. He's read my book. He's read all of the books, right?
Right.
And he knows what to do, but it's an addiction. The sugar is an addiction. We're fighting the sugar addiction, number one. But number two, he's asking me stuff like, hey, how many total calories should I be eating? It's like, don't know. For the next 30 days, we need to get you off of the sugar addiction, right?
Right.
We need to calm that down. I don't care how much calories you eat as far as fat calories and protein calories. I don't care. I just need you eating.
But it feels, coming from diet mentality, it feels impossible to people.
It does.
They're like, that seems crazy, because here's why. Because the diet mentality has told us that we are not to be trusted. And so what you say to people, that you don't have to put it into an app. I just want you to stop eating sugars and grains. That's all you have to do for the first week is get off the sugar. Right.
Right.
And people go, if that happens, I'm going to go like shoot. It's like, I'm going to go shoot up. I can't be trusted. I'm going to eat so much food if I'm not restrict. Cause it's like, you're either on the plan or you're going batshit crazy bonkers off the plan.
Right.
And people don't know that they're going to be okay. I didn't know it because I was always taught you had to count.
Yeah. Oh, you were out of your mind.
To do.
I had the perfect co-host at the beginning. The perfect
now I'm terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. She's, as a co-host, she sucks, but look, she looks great and she's healthy.
But here's the thing. It's like, I was that same. Remember when I called you from the restaurant about the parsnips, and another time I called you from like Gladstone's or something, and I was like,
yeah,
I'm trying to put the shrimp in there. And well, what did you get? A shrimp cocktail. Okay. Well, did you just eat the shrimp? Yeah. Well, I'm trying to put it in. Like, how much protein am I supposed to get? And you're like, I don't know. Can you call somebody else?
Yeah. Can you Google that shit?
And I was like, well, Vinnie, it's giving me a pie chart. So what's the portion that I'm supposed to do?
Yeah. It was
and
crazy.
I was like, it's MyFitnessPal. Have you ever heard of it?
I still haven't heard of it.
And the ironic thing being is now people who get mad at me for not putting the nutritional breakdown of everything, of real food recipes, who get mad. Right. Somebody's put them all into MyFitnessPal. So the irony being, I was like insisting that you tell me about MyFitnessPal. I haven't seen it since, but apparently all the recipes are in there.
No, people, and look, we have obesity is getting worse and worse and worse, and people have more and more apps and everything else. Anna, I haven't asked you much about this, but is that the Oura Ring you have on that I see?
I do have the Oura Ring. I use it for sleep.
Yeah, since we're talking about metrics and apps and everything else, talk to me about the Oura Ring.
Here's the thing. Full disclosure. Number one, we are not Oura Ring affiliates. Oura Ring does not give out affiliate accounts. I have tried.
Okay.
Number two.
This is not an advertisement for Oura Ring. I keep seeing it on your hand.
I like the idea of tracking movement and sleep. Okay. Those to me are important metrics to track.
Right.
However, I just realized, okay. So I got the Oura Ring and I took the plunge because I needed to track sleep before anything else, because my sleep has not been great over the past 15 or so years. And so I was looking at that Whoop bracelet. I was looking at the Apple Watch, and I just I don't like bulky things. I don't even wear jewelry or earrings or anything. The fact that I'm even wearing this bulky ring is kind of a miracle. I'm not a big jewelry person, lucky for Lauren. And I got this ring and I was like, I got a coupon code. So I was like, all right, I'll take the plunge back in June. Okay. Of last year.
How expensive is that thing?
It's like $229 at the time.
Wow. All right.
I think they're like $299 now. They've had a boom. So, but here's the thing with the Whoop bracelet, it's cheaper for the Whoop bracelet, but you have to pay $28 a month of the thing. So after a year, you're paid the same amount of money, right?
Right.
So I was like, and I did like the Whoop bracelet because it tracks your workouts. This does not, it's not a heart rate monitor for your workout.
Okay. What is it? Tell me
It's for
everything
your
that the Aura
sleep.
Ring is.
Okay. So here's the thing. And by the way, this is the second one. I wound up getting the Gen 3. Hold on. So I get the first one and it takes about a month for it to kind of gauge your patterns and what you're doing. And for the first month, I was like, this thing is the biggest ripoff. I can't believe I spent this money on this thing. This is so dumb.
Okay.
And then it kind of figures you out.
No, go back, Anna. Why did you think it was a ripoff? Because it didn't figure you out, or what was it doing?
I don't know. I just thought I was like, this is overkill. Like, also too, I didn't understand what things like, let's see. So on your last night for sleeping, my resting heart rate was a little high. It was 62.
Okay.
My heart rate variability was low, 22. To be fair, for 3 nights we've been up with Izzy. She's very ill.
Oh, sorry.
So we've been up with Izzy 4 or 5 times a night. Respiratory rate and then body temperature. And the body temperature thing is interesting. So it tracks recovery index, it tracks your sleep. And so then the sleep, it tracks. So last night, total sleep, 6 hours and 34 minutes, which is actually pretty good considering what we went through being up with her. Sleep efficiency, 71%. It tracks your REM sleep, your deep sleep, and your time awake. Now, I didn't realize how my deep sleep was for shit.
Huh.
So it got me looking at that. And now the ironic thing being, the thing that's fixed my deep sleep is I've started using a sleep mask, a $25 sleep mask.
Okay. All right. Hang on.
So it took me
hang on, Anna.
I never thought about different kinds of sleep. It never, but what happened was my room is too bright. My room is too bright.
Anna, what's the sleep mask? What is that?
Like
in the movies?
Yeah, like a satin sleep mask that goes over your face.
Okay. My room is black. I mean, I have a.
I think we have like the pool sensor in the room, and then the internet over in the other part of the room, and I literally, ever since my daughter didn't sleep through the night when she was 2.5, any movement or light, I'm like, huh, what is it? Is somebody dying? Is a child dying?
Yeah.
Like I have not recovered from that level of waking up for 2.5 years.
I sleep like I'm dead. I'll wake up.
That's good. I don't.
On top of me, and Serena will wake up and go, hey, Bonzo's been on top of me all night. It's like, I don't know how he could be in 2 spots because he's like, on me right now, so. But yeah, some people just sleep lightly. I think moms do. And
if Lauren tosses and turns, I'm up. He's also a light sleeper. Anyway, so to track the deep sleep to me was interesting. And then I noticed a couple of months ago, and by the way, it was Kevin Biggs, may he rest in peace. Kevin Biggs said, you need to get a sleep mask. That'll take care of it. We're on Clubhouse, And I was like, all right, I'll try it out. Kevin.
Yeah.
And, I did. And it honestly changed my ability to stay asleep and get the deep sleep. So got the ring, which I wouldn't have even thought. I didn't know what deep sleep was, honestly. The other thing that I like to use it for is steps. It gives you activity. The thing that's bullshit about it that I hate is it gives you a goal of like, you should burn 400 calories today. And who cares? However, it's very rare I don't burn those calories. But when it happens, I get really pissed off.
Yeah.
Or the other thing is if you get a bad sleep score. Oh, the other thing I found very interesting is drinking alcohol too close to bed. You can really see how it raises your resting heart rate. It raises your basal body temperature. And so I was like, oh, that's interesting. And it changed my habit for like, just thinking like, it's too close to bed. I don't need to make another drink or have a drink or, you know what I mean? It was good for me to go, if it's after 7 p.m., I don't need to make a drink. I'm good. So I like it for that reason. I think I'm about ready to take it off. I feel like I've gotten the value out of it that I like. But so that's the Oura Ring. But I like metrics. I do like checking my blood sugar. Yesterday, I was trying the new Keto Mojo, Vinnie, and my ketosis was 1.8 and I hadn't had lunch yet. And it was about 2 p.m. My ketosis was 1.8. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's good. My blood sugar though was 119. I had only had kielbasa at 8 a.m. You know what I mean? So it was like stuff like that. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on.
I'm trying to look up this sleep doctor that has
There's a
been on
lot
my
of good
show.
sleep people.
Yeah, he's
giving-
been on my show. Doctor, I want to say it was Rosenblum or
Oh,
Rosenblum.
Rosenberg.
No, is it Rosenberg?
By the way, I got suckered into getting the third generation Aura ring because they gave a big discount and I got that. And I wish I hadn't, because they said like, oh, it's going to have, it's going to start to be able, this new one with the tracker will be able to track your heart rate and workouts. And it's a lie. It doesn't do that. So that is why I'm like, I have a love-hate relationship with the Aura ring.
Okay. Yeah. No,
Once it does that, then it's really freaking valuable.
Right. But once you
don't have to wear the heart rate monitor.
I can't find this doctor. I can tell you everything about him. He's been on my show, on the Friday show, 3 or 4 times. And I got to get him back on again. I always like having the sleep hygiene conversation. It turns out I learned from, that, because of how alcohol metabolizes, you should stop, if you're going to have an alcoholic beverage, stop it like 3 hours before you go to bed.
Yep.
So whenever I have my Friday night or Saturday night scotch, I do it early.
That's what I'm saying. I know now don't start your cocktail at 7 p.m. Just be like, yep, it's a wash. We're not going to do that tonight. It's not worth it. It's not worth disrupting your sleep.
Yeah, no, sleep is everything to me. It's what keeps me strong and keeps me healthy and everything else. So yeah, God, I got to find a Rosenblum.
It's worth $200 for me to change my relationship with sleep. But the ironic thing is it took getting the ring for me to take a closer look to actually see what was going on to get the $25 sleep mask.
Let me try another.
And I'll post a link to the sleep mask that I use because I like to sleep on my face. So I can't have like a sleep mask that pokes you in the eyes because
Anna, do an ad for Villa Cappelli. I'm going to see if I can find this doctor.
I'm going to tell you what came in the mail, Vinny.
Okay.
2 3-liter tins of Villa Cappelli olive oil. Do you know how much those cost? $99 and some change. Each. Do you know what Stephen Crutchfield needs to do?
Raise the price?
Yeah, and he won't.
I know.
So I was out at my local, my rancher CSA. I was picking up my monthly allotment of my lamb and my pork and my beef. And they were sampling a new local olive oil. And it was good. I still like my Villa Cappelli much better. It was good.
Yeah.
Not great, but it was good. So a couple of weeks ago, I went into the grocery store. I went into Lassen's to check on the sauce, and Lassen's had olive oil there that's considered a decent olive oil. Like it's a solid olive oil. And it was a 750 milliliter bottle for $32.
Jesus Christ.
Villa Cappelli sells their 750 milliliter bottle of the good stuff for $28.90, maybe $28.99. And I texted Steven, you need to raise your prices. And he wrote back, I know, but I just can't. And I was like, okay. So then Saturday, I'm at the thing tasting the new local olive oil. Vinny, it was a 500 milliliter bottle for $60.
Are you kidding me?
No. Now, being the owner of a company that sells things at a premium.
Right.
I don't fault anybody for what they need to charge to make their numbers work. I get it. But I was like,
same here.
I texted Steven immediately and was like, honestly, you need to raise your prices. And I think he finally heard me. So all this to say, get the oil now before he raises the price.
He's going to look. I mean, and by the way,
the next harvest, he'll do that.
With all of the craziness going on in the world, I mean, get stuff ahead of time. We're learning that. We're trying to buy a bulk so we can make our vitamins. We're trying to buy bulk ahead of time. Get ahead. If you can afford 2 or 3 3-liter tins, get them. It's not like the stuff goes bad.
Get them and then use the discount code Vinnie, VINNIE. You'll get 10% off your order, and just make sure you keep them in a cold, covered, dark place, because light and heat will kill off your olive oil. So just make sure, and then you could decant it into like a porcelain thing or whatever you use, but it's the best. It's so good. That's the thing. Again, it was local. I'm excited about local. And I was like, it's fine. My Villa Cappelli is way better.
Yeah, I'm always
Protein, but,
amazed
you know.
when someone, look, we get out, people know we're low carbers and the whole thing. And when they give us gifts, olive oil shows up a lot.
Sure.
And
I accept.
and we use them. I won't throw away a good olive oil. And people will bring the stuff over and think, oh my God, like Serena's got a lot of people, friends from Europe that come and visit. They bring that good stuff from Europe. And it's always good. I never complain. It's not Villa Cappelli. It doesn't have that.
I'm telling you, there's something about, I don't know why it's
on the back
literally the
end.
best.
I don't know what's
hungry.
going on with their trees, but their olive trees are the best. And don't take it from me. Don't take it from Anna. Take it from Villa Cappelli, promo code Vinnie.
So I didn't get to the question of how many grams of protein, because I thought it was ironic that that episode came out. And then I had like 3 different people message me on different platforms saying, hey, I heard the show today, when you get a minute, can you ask Vinnie how many grams of protein I'm supposed to eat with each meal?
Okay, let's do it.
Do we have time in the next 5 minutes?
Sure.
Or you want to do it next? Or you want to do it? Yeah, do it. Go.
All right. So there is no set amount of protein to have at any given meal.
Is there possible too much protein?
Can you eat too much? Look, I've always had trouble with, if you just sit there and hammer a bunch of egg whites, right? Or, if you're eating chicken and you're only eating the white meat because you don't want to have the fatty parts, all the best parts are the parts, you take a chicken, for example, right? The best parts are the parts underneath, right? Like the around the legs, you get the brown meat, you get the darker meat, you can get those ligaments, you can chew up all that. That's where all the good stuff is. If you're just concentrating on protein, you're going to miss out. Whenever I eat salmon, this might gross some people out because they don't like it. I will eat the skin and that brown fatty part. Good. Yes. But the brown fatty part?
The squishy bit.
Folks, I know it might sound gross and you might not be used to that, but that's where all the good omegas are. That's where the really good stuff is in your fish. And a lot of people, they're so concentrating on the wrong metrics, like protein. Yeah, I get it. You need to get a lot of protein, but you need to get those omegas. You need to get the fatty acids. This is what keeps you healthy. This is what causes you not to die when something called COVID-19 comes around. When you're healthy and you're eating all the right stuff, you're going to have a much stronger immune system. Don't get stuck on a protein and how much per. So when you start saying, well, grams. Well, now when you start talking grams, you start talking, how much, what was your, are you like me where you do exercise all day and you need a lot more, right? Because your body is demanding that you have more, right? How many other people? I've worked out for 3.25 hours today. Did you do that?
You're going to need more. No, I didn't. I walked for an hour and 15 minutes.
I'm going to need more protein than the average person today.
Right.
Today. Let's say tomorrow I just do 1 hour of aerobics. I'm not going to need the same amount. Let's say tomorrow I just do some aerobics and some light weights, on my machines, on my rack behind me. I don't need as much as I would need. You cannot categorize this stuff and just put it and go, oh, this is what I need to have every day. You have to look and see what you're doing that day, and act accordingly.
Right.
I'm not going to sit here and say, these are how many grams. Bullshit, because I'm talking to a 5 foot tall woman. I'm talking to a 6'8" man. I'm talking to a guy that's coming down from 600 pounds. I'm talking to someone who's never weighed more than 120 pounds. I'm talking to a lot of people here. You will not corner me to give you a number. I'm talking to people who run marathons, ultra marathons, people like Terry Lazarou, who rides his bike like a madman, or Brent Budger, or any of these guys.
Right.
They're going to require more.
Budger.
Is
Remember, he corrected us.
I know. Screw him. It's Budger.
Yeah. We love you, Brent.
Okay. All right, Brent. So that's the real answer. Look at what you're doing and decide what you need that day. You don't need hand holding. There's nuances. You can figure it out. Okay. So there you have it.
Great. Done. We did it.
Okay. Folks, you know what she does? She does it all over at Eat Happy Kitchen. She's got 2 books. Don't call me and go, I don't know what to eat. Go get Eat Happy and Eat Happy too.
Yeah.
And by the way, if you go, the same boring meals every day. I'm a top chef. I make something called triple protein crime. And I use Anna Vocino's sauces to put on this stuff. I'm not messing around. I really do use this stuff. So go check out everything Anna Vocino is doing at Eat Happy Kitchen, and also the books Eat Happy and Eat Happy Too. AnnaVocino.com. Go check it out. With me, there's there's Instagram. There's
Have you guys ever heard of Instagram?
Yeah, you hear of this new Instagram?
I'm all set up on Instagram. So.
Yeah, I'm on the Instagram. Amazon, folks. If you're going to buy my movie, they're telling me they're still pushing it. Push it on Amazon. Go get it on Amazon.
Great.
Number one, it's doing really well. But before you go to Amazon, go to VinnieTortorich.com. Click through the banner. It puts a little coal on the fire, gets my train down the track, and I'm able to keep this show free for a gazillion years running. The other way we keep it free, and I see some new names coming in, and it makes me very happy. We have a super fan page at VinnieTortorich.com. Go there, check out everything we're doing. And if you want to toss us a couple of bucks one time, or some people set up, I'm going to give a couple of bucks every month. I appreciate all of it. And everyone else who's going through this journey appreciates it too, because that's how I pay to keep this podcast going. It's not cheap to keep a podcast of this magnitude running.